Hello everyone, welcome to Linux Fundamentals video series from the Cloud Patashala team. In this video series, we are discussing basic Linux commands that we use on a day-to-day basis. This would be part 5 of the video series in which we would be discussing commands like find, grep, df and du. Let's jump into the topic, and the first command that we would be discussing is find. We use the find command to search for files within a specific directory and perform subsequent operations on those files. The general syntax for the find command is find. We have some options, the path at which we want to locate the files, and the expression that we need to use to locate the files. For example, if we want to look for a file called its notes.txt within the home directory and its subfolders, what we would do is say find /home -name, and we give the name of the file, which is notes.txt. Other variations of this could be find -name file.txt to find names in the current directory. Also, what we could say is find ./type d name directory name to look for directories. Let's look into the lab session to try to understand how exactly this functions. I would be going into my Linux server in my local host, and I am currently in the home directory. I'll be going into the opt folder so that I have some files called as book.txt and file.txt. I will be creating a dummy directory called as dir, and inside this directory I would also be creating files like something.txt. Now if I have to search for the files, now if I am into the home directory, or if I am into the home directory of the root folder, even if I have to find the files like something.txt, what I could do is say find. I could say /opt because I know that this would be inside the opt folder. I'll give the name as something.txt, and this should give me the actual location of the file. Now, if I'm not sure where exactly the I'm not sure exactly where the file could be, I could also do a find / give the name as something.txt, and this would scan the entire file system of the Linux operating system and then provide me with the output that we saw earlier up there. So you would see that we already have the output saying opt directory something.txt. Now this is how we find or search for files in the location. The syntax is find, the directory in which we want to search, and the name of the file that we have to search. Now if you are looking for a directory, in this case if you are looking for the directory named dir, what I could say is find. I could say / which is the home directory itself. I could give the type as D, which means a directory, and the name as dir. And if I do this, I would be getting all the directories with the name dir over here. So this is one way in which we could either search the files with the name or folders with the folder name. What I could also do is, even if I don't give the directory or the ending or the extension of the file, I could always use a wildcard, and this would again search for the directory and give it to me. Another basic Linux command on the list of most important commands that we should be learning is grep, which is also called as global regular expression print. It lets you find a word by searching through all the text in a specific file. Once the grep command finds a match, it prints all the lines that contain the specific pattern. This command helps filter through large log files. Some examples of which we can use to find or use the grep is, if you have to search for the word blue in a file called as notepad.txt, this would give us the below output. Let's try to look at the example of this. I am currently in the root folder and I have a file called as test.txt. Now, as you see, I already have some numbers. If I have to search for the term this in test.txt, all I can do is grep -i for case insensitivity, the text which I want to find, and then the file in which I want to find the text. This would give me the output of the entire file. Now, if I had some additional text, is the number. If I have some additional text, what this grep command will do is print the entire line for us. This way, we can find or use the grep command to look for any keyword in the entire file system. This is very important when you are working on application code or infrastructure as code and you are looking for variables, trying to find how many places a particular variable is being called or not. That is the most used example that we use on a day-to-day basis for grep. The next command that we have is df. We use df command to report the system's disk space utilization. This is shown in percentage and kilobytes. The general syntax is df. We can also have some flags like -m, which displays the information in megabytes, -k, which displays the information in kb, -t, which would show the system type of the new column. -t shows the file system type in a new column. We can also have -h, which would show us the details of the file system in a human readable format. Let's look at the lab for this structure as well. The df command works the same irrespective of the directory which we are in, because this would give us a basic overview of the entire file system in the Linux world. If, as you see, all the information that you see over here is in the form of KBs and it's really difficult to be seen, what you can do is add -h, which would give you a basic overview of how the file system looks in a human readable format, that is in megabytes and gigabytes. You could also give a -t, which would give you the type of the file system in a separate column over here. The basic command that we generally use is df-kh, which gives us the details of the system in this format. So, this is how we would know the file system utilization on a regular basis, and if the file system is completely used, we would then go ahead and increase the space on the file system. The next command that we have is du. It is used to check how much space a file or a directory takes up in the file system. The command is very similar. We use du. You can run this command to identify which part of the system uses the storage excessively. The syntax looks something like du, that should do the job, or else we could say du and then the location at which we want to look for the utilization. There are some flags or options which we can provide, that is -s offers the total size of the specified folder, -m provides the file information in megabytes, -k displays the information in KB, and -h informs the last modification date of the displayed folders and files. Let's look at the lab, try to see how this can be seen at. I'm currently into the root directory. I'll just go into the / directory, that is the root, and if I have to get a display utilization of everything, what I'll do is say du-sh star, which would give me a basic overview of which file and folders are using the maximum space over here. As you see, /var is 1.1 gigabyte of space, /user is using 2.5 gigabytes, a swap image itself is using 2 GB, and there are many other files and folders which are utilizing some additional space on the server. So this is how we would understand which files and folders are consuming the maximum space. Now if I have to drill down and look and try to understand which part of it is using most of the space, we would see that the backups is using 692 KB, the cache is 101 MB, the log is 262 MB, and so on and so forth. The library folder is using 758 MB. If I have to go inside logs and see which is consuming the max amount of space, I could do a du-sh again, and this would give me a detailed information of which log file is consuming the most space on the server. Now since this is a local machine, I don't have many files which are consuming huge amount of space, but in a production like environment you would have many files which would be consuming lot of space. That's it for this video, guys. In this video we have discussed quite a few Linux commands, starting with find, grep, df and du. I hope you like the video. If so, please like and share this video with your friends and colleagues. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Keep having a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.